She has a felony.
So she's on bond for an assault of a family member.
Yes.
On bond for a felony assault of a peace officer. And now you pick up a new case.
Right away, notice the tension in the room. The court hasn't even established probable cause yet, but the defendant already has multiple felony bonds hanging over her head. That matters, because once you're on bond, every new interaction with law enforcement is a ticking time bomb. And here's the key question. When does a routine traffic stop turn into a bond-ending disaster?
And what happened was she went to felony.
Oh, hold on. I don't even think we've done probable cause yet. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You now stand charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine.
Thank you. On March 19th, 2025, a law enforcement officer observed a white Chevrolet Silverado ahead of him on the block 12600 block of Wokeland Parkway and ran the license plate through the NCIC TCIC. Registration was shown to be expired as June 2024. A traffic stop was initiated and the law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, the driver. The law enforcement officer observed a strong odor of marijuana, and the defendant claimed at first she didn't have anything in the motor vehicle, then confessed she had marijuana and several pipes. The defendant was detained. Probable cause search of the motor vehicle was done, and the law enforcement officer located multiple marijuana pipes. The law enforcement officer located a small bag of a leafy green substance and a black bag in the back seat. It was identified as...
This is where the case pivots. Probable cause is a low legal bar, but once the officer smells marijuana and the defendant admits to pipes, the search becomes lawful. At that point, the stop is no longer about expired tags. It's about possession. And when you're already on felony bond, even a small bag can have massive consequences.
Total weight of the marijuana was 0.09 ounces.
Since she has a license.
Yes, Your Honor. It does show being
Eligible or
ineligible.
ineligible. You're not allowed to drive. You will now be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuses are. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and or a $500 fine every time you drive. You are on bond for 2 cases.
Oh, listen closely to the judge's tone here. This isn't frustration, it's exhaustion. This is someone who's already been given chances and used every single one of them. Courts don't revoke bond because they're angry. They revoke bond because they stop believing.
Your first bond violation report was filed in February for you not showing up for testing and not picked up a new case. I now revoke your bond on the assault case.
Judge, if I may.
Please.
She went to felony court. And she was also revoked there. She just spent probably 4 or 5 days there. Is that right? And she's out here. So
the day that was I was in jail for a traffic ticket and a call.
I don't know if you heard that, Judge, but the day that she missed court here the first time.
No, I never missed the
you missed it. That's right. She actually had texted me and she got taken into custody because of a traffic ticket. I have all that. So she was actually on her way to the testing and got picked over, and therefore she couldn't continue to make it there. So she's already been punished for bond revocation on the felony court, which she spent 5 days in jail last week. When did you get out on that?
Saturday.
Saturdays. And so if we take her in, I know you have a right to, Judge. It seems to me like it's kind of like a double whammy for her, especially for the fact that for that first BVR, she did honestly try to make an attempt to get there. I have the phone records for that, Judge.
When someone tells me something and they repeatedly fail to recognize the conditions that we set forth, for me, it goes in one ear and it goes out the other ear. You telling me something when you get out the doors, you still do whatever the hell you want to do without regard to bond conditions in this court.
That line, it goes in one ear and out the other, that's judicial code for I'm done negotiating. Once a judge reaches this point, explanations stop mattering. The system is no longer asking why you broke the rules. It's deciding what happens next.
I'm now revoking your bond. She goes with you. Well, hold on. I need to sign this affidavit so she's not going to drive. And then she goes with you. I'm sorry, but it's just one thing after the other. Just
do you want to go ahead and issue a new bond, or can I revisit you in about an hour to figure out what we want to do, Judge?
Sure.
You want to do it that way?
He informed me that he left to stop proceeding assault or possibly assault between the two.
I do everything in my power to try to prevent people from going back into custody. But some people just refuse. Just, I don't know what I can do to get your attention. You now have 2 open cases, and now this is your second bond violation. What do I need to do to get your What do I need to do to get your attention? Is it putting you back in jail, Mr. Joseph, and making your bond? Hi, your actions tell me different. This is what we're going to do. I'm sending him now for a drug and alcohol test. I want to know what, if anything, is in the system. You were to come back. If you fail the test, if you fail to take the test, if you fail to come back, it's not going to go well for you.
Drug and alcohol testing while on bond is a legal minefield. Failing, refusing, or even missing the test can be treated the same way as a violation. And notice this, the judge doesn't want excuses anymore. He wants compliance.
Do you understand? I don't want you to say anything. I want you to go take.
I'm offended. We don't have time for it to get on my sister back.
You have been on bond, Mr. Joseph.
I think the last time he was in court, Judge, I think he made an admission that he had used drugs during that court appearance. And if that's the case, he may be correct in that it may still be in his system, Your Honor, because it hasn't been 30 days.
The first burglary motor vehicle has been open since June of 2024. Since that time, I have told you not to use. Okay, I'll be I don't know what we're going to do. Take a seat.
Thank you, Judge.
You were here in June last year. Because you came in late then. Now we have another set of bond violation for you coming in. Why would I continue to let you go? I let you go already once and you did it again. Do you see what I mean? Because me, if I let you go, then I'm telling you it's okay for you to do what you're doing when it's not.
Judge, if I may, I believe that that he has a legitimate reason. I believe that if he had not gone, there was the possibility that an assault or some other harm could have happened to his girlfriend. From my conversation with Mr. Joseph, he informed me that he left, and it was just for only 24 minutes. He left in order for both of those parties to cool down before a fight or an act of violence escalated between those two parties. I personally think that that was the right thing to do.
Who do you live with at home?
My girlfriend, but my sister stay right down the sidewalk in the same apartments.
Stay in the complex.
Yes, sir.
She doesn't live with you.
Huh?
She doesn't live with you.
No, not my sister.
So who is the fight with?
It's my understanding that it was his girlfriend.
Is it the family here?
My girlfriend here.
So the fight was with who?
It wasn't a fight. It was a words that was about to escalate into a fight, at which time he left for a cooling off period with his girlfriend. And he left. Nothing serious could have happened. I believe that was, even though it was a violation of the bond condition, I believe that it could have been worse had he not left.
If you put your hands on anyone, I don't care who it is, if it's a woman, if it's a man, I'm going to put my hands all over you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Nothing in this life can justify you putting your hands.
Bro, this moment is bigger than this case. The judge isn't just talking about violence, he's talking about decision making under pressure. When you're on bond, every word, every action, every reaction is being judged sometimes more harshly than the original charge. So here's the real question. If freedom is on the line, how carefully would you choose your next move?
On anyone. You have
I just live so the situation can cool down.
You have 2 open cases. At all times, you need to be thinking to yourself, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? If you're going to antagonize, meaning if you're going to say something that makes someone flip out on you, and the laws come over and they see you and they look you up, 9 times out of 10, they're going to go against you. You need to be thinking of these things at all times. You get into a fight with them, words, it's always going to end up bad for you. I understand and I appreciate de-escalating the situation, meaning you're leaving so that it doesn't end up in anything more, but it shouldn't be like that in the first place. Are you working?
No, I just did 3 job applications. I'm waiting on the interview to man.
Judge, yes, sir. I know you are.
I don't care.
I do, Judge.
Why aren't you working?
I just recently started looking for jobs.
You have too much time on your hands. You need something to do in this life before it takes you down. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. You need something to do in this life. It's time for you to start working. And I want to see that you get a job. Toria, can we help around?
Yes, I'll give them some resources.
We're going to give you resources to try to help you get a job. There's no reason why you can't have a job within the next couple weeks if you try. When you put your heart and soul into it, you can achieve damn near anything. It's just how badly do you want it? That's what it amounts to. And when you do get a job, if you really do a bang up job, and if you do well and you don't do stuff half-assed, all you're going to do is you're going to go up and you will make more money. The higher you go up in a job, the more money you're going to make. And then everybody's happy. When you get to buy nice things, that's what life's about. Not the janky, stupid ass jobs where you're making $6 an hour. No, work hard so you can make a lot of money. All right.
It's great.
I'm not going to ding you. I don't want any more issues. Do you understand, Mr. Joseph?
Yes, sir.
I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks and I want to see that you have a job. 2 to 3 weeks. If I see that you haven't put any effort into it, it's not going to go well between us. I also don't want you to use any dope. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you're testing positive, likewise, it won't go well for you. All right, Mr. D.
Thank you, Your
You're
Honor.
good.